Hey, testing. Oh, I went downstairs and I'm a minute late. I was ready. I say that every week. Who am I trying to kid at this point? Alright. There's no one here yet, so I've still got time to set stuff up. Oh, I've set up on the wrong side. On the wrong browser, I mean. Is this gonna work? I think so. Alright. Okay, there's two people here, so can people hear me? God, my room is just so warm. Do I want to turn this on? Yeah, why not? It doesn't give too much heat. Alright, somebody let me know if you can actually hear. Okay, right, good. Yes, but of course. Following my own philosophy there, but certain memes never die. Okay, yeah, I ran downstairs to get everything prepared. And then realized, oh yeah, I don't open this up at the side. Oh. Yep, echo time. I hope this is going to work. Okay. Sharing screen. Chrome tab. Actually, now that I'm back on Chrome over here, I can probably... No, that's not what I meant. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Alrighty, here we go. Let's close up some of the tabs. Never get why it always takes so long to close something. You think that would be the easiest option on here. Anywho. Now we've got stuff. Alright, so welcome back to MyStreet 5 years later. There's still almost no one here. I don't blame you. I took too long to set this up. But yeah, I'm back here and we have a new chapter to begin, which actually would have been better if it had been miraculously scheduled for when I moved back up to Liverpool, because that's where the streams all started. But yeah, this is almost like a return to form, really, because we started this series with the big move, of course, back in November, but here we are with the bigger move. Yes, taking it up a notch, most definitely. Ugh, hold on. I just realized as well I haven't got to set up chat. I'm just a mess today. I've had quite the week. If people have heard what I've been talking about on Walking Wednesday, you'll know that there's a bunch that's been going on. I say for the benefit of the people in the archives, and probably no one else. All right. Oh, and for some reason I have another chat from Beanie Boy that doesn't show up on Restream for me. Hey, Buff Butt, I haven't spoken in a while. Very classy. Okay, honestly, I think I'm good to go. Kind of want to wait for some more people, to be honest. This is abysmal. Oh, whoops, I almost posted the link to the studio. Jesus, this has got to be the worst, the worst loading time I've ever had on one of these. You know, maybe a co-host is not a bad idea, to be honest. Where's Cohen, the co-host, when you need him? Am I right? Okay, got somebody else who's not going to get the Cohen, the co-host reference. Yay! Way to immediately alienate whoever just joined. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Without further ado, on with the review.
We're home!
And instantly, I'm thinking, oh god, there's echo again. So yeah, I can never tell, but because I've switched browsers this time, is it echoing again for people on here, or is it just me? Oh, Little Fox Puppeteer. I keep trying to say your name quickly, but it's like, I get tongue-tied as soon as I start saying it. Little Fox Puppeteer. There we go. Takes a while sometimes. I tend to cut those parts out of voice acting, quite honestly. No one boy once said that he raps faster than I do. I never attempt fast rap on, but maybe I should. I should, though. Who knows? Let's see. If I do this, I'm going to mute this tab and let's see if people can hear me. Can people hear me? I'm currently speaking words, and they should be coming out of the audio system. Hopefully, I will not be able to hear said words necessarily repeated to me in stereo, but you should be just fine. I'm going to continue talking until somebody mentions, okay, thank you, William. That's got to be the worst audio test of my life. All right, let's carry on. Let's actually keep going. No echoes, no nothing, just Aphmau. Let's proceed.
About time. Now, if you guys excuse me, I've got to go check on my shop. Oh, that's right! Kawaii needs to get to his shift at the meat cafe!
The two biggest sleepers instantly go back to work. Oh, by the way, I've got no popcorn this time. There's no popcorn in the house. I'm having oranges instead.
Aphmau, could you be a dare and hold on to our things? What? You guys just got on vacation and you're already going back to work? Hey, work is work. See you later.
Finally. At least here I don't have to worry about the sun too much.
When the voice line is so good that the cat just model is what lets it down. Anyway. Wait, you're hearing double. Okay. That's not good. Where's the double coming from? Anyone else hearing double? Okay, see, that's what I'm... Right, hold on. Look, this is what I was worried about. This right here. I guess I should have actually... Nope, I don't know. I'll try putting my headphones on. I don't usually with these because I try to not actually... Because last time I basically had the echo blasting into my ears several times just to take the fall for myself. Maybe now I'll be a little bit better. Let's just try this. Also, it's boiling in here. And it's also like very terrible for me controlling my own audio. My own volume. Alright. Let's see now. Third time lucky. You didn't really miss anything, by the way. In case you couldn't tell after over the echo, Lucinda and Kawaii-chan are talking about going to check out their shop and Kawaii-chan's shift. which means they're going straight back to work. And Athmel's like, "Hey, you already think about work?" That's basically it. And also, Athmel's been asked to hold on to their things, which she's moving into a new house, for crying out loud. Let her do her thing.
That's something I'd expect Zane to say. Huh? Where is Zane? Did he work already too?
Oh
Zane?
yeah, I forgot this.
Why are you hiding behind those crates?
What are those crates doing there anyway?
A delivery, probably.
Zane, I know you want to get home.
For who? Wait, are those where the... I'm not going to ruin it, but I feel like, considering what just happens right now, there might be some leftover material that they didn't use for this neighborhood project. I'll put it that way.
Come give me a hug? Knowing you, you're gonna seal yourself away in your house for a while after this whole summer fiasco.
Me. Which is why I'm so desperately trying to arrange stuff with friends while I can.
No, I'm not!
Zane.
I'm not!
Okay, I believe you. You got work to do, Al.
Yeah.
Why is he hiding?
Have you been hiding this whole summer?
Sort of.
Come on! Give me a hug bye at least.
Fine.
Huh? Zane?
What happened?
Gotta be kidding.
In all fairness, like, come on. Considering that Zane has a huge issue where he burns really easily, you know, the sun doesn't like me and all that stuff, I feel like that's a pretty decent tan for him. Like, again, by his standards, I mean, come on. I mean, he's not going to beat any records or anything, but that's got to be, unless it's personal, that's a personal record. Yeah. What am I even saying?
Shut up! It happened on the way back home.
We were only on the boat for a few days, and we saw you for most of them. How did this happen?
I fell asleep on the deck for a few hours and I tan easily.
But you burned even easier. Wait, so he burned faster than he tanned. I guess maybe it's just the non-tropical weather, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe.
Alright, guys, leave him alone. It's alright, Zane. It'll go away. Plus, I think it looks good on you.
It does?
Yeah, but let's ignore it for now. It's not a big deal. Are you going home?
I know I am.
She wasn't asking you!
Oh no. Speaking of, I can't wait to see what the renovations look like, Travis. Ah, shoot! That's right!
Oh.
I'm glad the door will be...
Oh, yeah. Travis, what do the renovations of the house look like? Are you going to say anything? See, that's what happens when you conceal stuff from your friends. Sometimes, just sometimes, it may blow up in your face later. I'll unpause in a second. Just one moment. All right, proceed.
be repaired? Come on, Garth, let's go check it out before Lawrence gets home.
Yep. I'm so duped.
Are you going back
To be fair, the door repair must have happened very quickly, because Travis used it for the most part, and even was able to lock the, to shut the chicken shaman out, I think.
home?
I'm excited! Right, Celestia?
Okay, this is one of the first examples, I think, of a new editing style on this series, because I see a lot of this happen basically from this point onwards in all of Aphmau's machinima cinematic role plays, where there's a few like panning shots that go straight across. I don't know if it was the new mod at the time or if it was an update. I don't know what happened, but I like the change. Like, you can even see it to some extent in as far ahead as Phoenix Drop Days, actually. So again, right to the very end, because a lot of the time it's either like the camera's like camera is like panning like rotating wise, but also sometimes when there's a person talking, it won't be still on them. The shot won't be still; it will be slightly moving. just something that I noticed, and I think I commented on that when I did my reviews back in the day. They're not all as long as this one, by the way. They're not obvious all the time. Caution. Neighborhood closed for demolition. Wait. Why is that sign framed that way? I know it's for our benefit, but if you think about it in universe, you want that to be tilted towards the road, away from the neighborhood in question as well, so that people who might be coming down that road, A, would see some sort of blockade that's not just that sign, and B, you know, aren't just so just like, oh yeah, I'm walking in this neighborhood already, I'm halfway through it, I guess it's closed, I'm gonna leave now. That makes no sense. I assume the other side is painted too, or like, you know, so it's a double side, but the sides in question, like, again, it's not, even though you can see that one on the road, it doesn't work that way. However, you want to reset character? I did say we're going back to the beginning. Welcome, Chad.
And welcome, demolition crew.
I'm sorry, that's a demolition crew. They're not in uniforms or anything. They're just normal people. This is like DIY SOS, where they just get the neighborhood involved or something.
To say goodbye to this neighborhood. All know we've been hard.
Oh God! As you all know, you know, I brought this up in season 6, but I've seen this in a couple of examples too. I'll just mention it again because I'll mention it every time I hear this line. Any aspiring writers out there, you know, any virtuosos of the pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, never write the words "as you know" or "as you all know" in your dialogue, because if a character already knows something, why is it being explained to them? It's the worst way to get out exposition. I think Apple might have learned from this, but it's hard to tell. It's usually when someone just stops doing it, which, again, Phoenix Drop Days. Did it ever happen? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
All summer due to the mysterious disappearance of its
Okay, again, only Chad would end up in a situation like this. I mean, he was already a pretty bad principal. Well, I mean, he was an alright principal, to be fair. But as a mayor, like, the fact that he's super insane, yeah, I feel like Athman was onto something about a crazy politician voted into power making sprite decisions in 2016. I shall leave that comment where it is.
only resident was Mr. who you all know we gave a generous amount of money to move.
Who you all know does not count. That's another "as you know." I don't care. It doesn't work. Also, but I ruined the punchline. Hold on, I ruined the punchline.
Mr. Brendan, who you all know we gave a generous amount of money to move.
I'm rich!
I assume that all of that in there is supposed to be like stacks of money, even though it's just like blocks and bits of wool. Which, yeah, the cinematography is up, but maybe the prop work in this particular instance is like, what? Really? Seriously, guys? Oh well, they've got season 3 to play over and get to, you know, where we all remember them to be. Also, say goodbye to Brendan. This is the last shot I'll ever see him in. Bye-bye, Brendan.
Now, I, Chad, as former principal of Phoenix Drop High.
You mean Chad G. Augustino Leopold III? Yes, I know his full name. I'm a big fan. Fight me.
I declare this neighborhood closed for my new future puppy hospital. Now, here to
Why do you need a puppy hospital that goes on both sides of the streets? Surely you don't one of them. I don't trust this man with a building project, especially not a puppy hospital. Please no.
explode the neighborhood, the newest member of the puppy hospital. Come here, you cute puppy.
Sir, puppies can't explode neighborhoods.
If you put one on a detonator, yes, they can, I'm afraid.
Not. I want to upload it to my YouTube channel. It will be positively viral.
Sir.
To be fair, it would be. Like, that's obviously a joke, because a lot of people say stuff like, oh, this is going to get so viral on YouTube and everything, you know, we're recorded as an epic fail or like an animal thing, but no, I think that genuinely would get viral on YouTube if that happens.
Sir, it's unethical to make an innocent animal do that.
Oh, true. Fine. It was my idea. I'll human up and do it. I declare this unpopulated neighborhood
Every time, it's always like, okay. I was like, okay, you're losing me for a second. Boom, funny line. I'm straight back in.
that has been evacuated exploded!
Okay. Again, the explosions are clearly added on in post, and they're not just using TNT explosions, which is a difference that I noticed from the reboot of Minecraft Diaries versus the original Minecraft Diaries. Because if you remember the vicious boat scene, well, one was an animated cutscene, to be fair, so that one didn't have the issue because you could do whatever you wanted with that. But the other one was just TNT. I feel like TNT underneath the explosion effects would have been better for this, because you get the detonation that you want in actual Minecraft, but you also get the I guess the huge and humorous effects over the top of that to mask it for the YouTube video. I thought that would have worked better. I mean, that's quite something there. Did I touch a little bit of the green screen? But I don't know. And considering that they're all in the blast radius, they are now experiencing alpha radiation and probably have all developed a form of skin cancer. Thank you for watching MyStreet. They all died 3 weeks later. Goodbye. Well, that's what would happen. They didn't get treated. You know, that's one of the things I learned about that in science. I mean, granted, that was mostly atomic explosions, but still, I'm sure the regular explosion are going to have some other effects as well. I leave just in the neighborhood and their faces.
Oh, my door!
Forget the door! Our house!
Oh no, the house! Saw that, right? House exploded, not because of me, right?
I don't know, Travis, did you blow up the whole neighborhood? Now you're incriminating yourself. I'm impressed, though, that he can keep his shocked face, even though his voice is giving away that it's not him. Again, it's like twice already that Pat seems to be on a different level, a higher level than Travis's model is allowing him to be. Twice in one episode, it's interesting.
Right? Okay, good.
And there we go.
Sucks to be you guys. Even though I was the head of the neighborhood watch, my house is on the other part of the neighborhood.
Okay, that's a bit of false exposition, but it does make sense. We never did see his house in season 1, and I always imagined he'd live on some other part of the neighborhood. What happens next, however, is inexcusable.
Good luck.
Zane! That's not a nice thing to say!
He's evil, remember?
Sorry, old habits die hard.
And old houses die easily. Like that. Okay, granted, you didn't see the house underneath it that time, so I guess you can argue they might have not needed the TNT for that shot. But for crying out loud, one stray TNT thing, and they didn't think of that through, and it happens to fall on Zane's house. How incredibly convenient for the rest of the series. Come on.
My house!
Talk about karma.
I mean, yes. And yes, I know it's funny to clown on Zane because haha, emo, edgelord and all that stuff, but really, guys? Really? Also, I'm going to check here. Like, by the way, no one said anything on chat in a long time. I would very much like to hear from some human beings, please. Oh, it's not even displaying the chat number on here now. That's not good. Oh, because I'm not hosting. That's why. Now on the host one, it's like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, come on, people. Let's start a conversation. Talk to me.
It's not funny!
In the wise words of Richard Watterson, it's funny when it happens. It's only when it happens to somebody else. Okay, you're still there, William. Fair enough.
You've got a lot of nerve.
Again, another set of panning shots, zooming in, moving cameras in general. It's very much like a new editing style.
Mr. Mayor.
Kaylin, what did we talk about?
Mr. Mayor.
Wow. That's, again, there's actual progress. Travis and Caitlin helping each other past their own flaws. And people wondered why I shipped them more than Aphmau and Aaron. Again, not to say that Aphmau and Aaron aren't great, I just think that they're slightly better. And for my sins, I have now been punished to minimize windows.
To assume that because we weren't home all summer, that you had permission to explode our neighborhood.
Caitlin's right.
Yeah, she really
Mayor
is.
Chad, why would you do such a thing?
Well, you see, with elections and everything coming up, I want to open a new puppy hospital for more puppies.
But there's already one in the neighborhood.
why?
I can't stop this.
Dogs
Hold on.
are wonderful for therapy. If everyone had a dog, I'm sure the world would be a better place. Isn't that right, girl?
Oh, now it works.
She's my dog.
I do.
Oh, great. Now I've refreshed it, and it suddenly decided to work in the last second. So just to cover that, Travis already volunteers at local puppy hospital already, and he said local when he actually moved into the house, meaning there's already one that's nearby. So actually there's 2 puppy hospitals, and Mayor Chad has not done his homework. This is the kind of continuity I look for, people. Yeah, have fun with my overanalyzing. Once the page actually loads, of course, then I'll overanalyze. Let's go.
Therapy. If everyone had a dog, I'm sure the world would be a better place. Isn't that right, girl?
But
She's my dog.
I do sincerely apologize, but as mayor, I aim to make this right.
Well, that's a relief. I was worried you weren't gonna own up to your mistake.
Not own up. Never!
Oh, God.
Mayor Chad always tries to make things right. Now, I've booked your stay here at the finest hotel for as long as you need in order to find a new neighborhood.
A new neighborhood?
That's right. Unfortunately, we cannot rebuild it. We would take years.
I mean, that's fair, but also you were going to build a puppy hospital, so would that take less time?
So we'll help you any expenses towards getting you all set up in a new house. Just take this time to find a new place. Now, I must be going. Someone's got to roll around in all those puppies. Ha 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 ha!
Oh, God.
Mayor Chad is very busy. Here are your room keys and, wait. Mr. Mayor, not these puppies. Those puppies are from the puppy hospital. They aren't. No, Mr. Mayor, no!
Okay, I feel like that line, once again, the Minecraft models do not match the voice lines, because it's very clear that that's supposed to be after Chad's run off or something like that, or playing over at the same time. And yet, he's still standing there like the lemon that he is. Like, seriously. That's 3 times now that the lines have not really matched the models. I think what Aphmau used to do, actually, from what I've seen of like very few behind the scenes, is that the models and the filming were done first, and then the lines were added over the top. Granted, I did the exact opposite one time, but I achieved the same effect because it was just one short cutscene. Otherwise, you get examples like this, where no one has anything to go on. And yet there was more time between this one and the average episode. It's surprising. Unless they're all just still in the planning phase.
Puppies!
How old is that guy?
Doesn't matter.
Man, he seems like he's got a lot of energy.
I wish he didn't. Then maybe our neighborhood would still be here at least.
I know about that.
How are we gonna tell Lucinda, Koi-chan, and Lore?
What? How could this happen?
I'm surprised. Like, Lucinda's always so smooth as a person. Like, whenever you have to have her be shocked, it always feels weird. I don't know.
Puppy hospital. Oh, cute. No, that's not the point. Ugh.
Stop it, Adam. Stop having funny lines so I stop questioning the logic of the series and the intricacies.
What do we do now?
Well, we move, of course. I mean, we only lived in that neighborhood for like a year. We can find a new place for all of us. Maybe somewhere in the city.
Or country.
Or graveyard.
How about new?
What?
Okay, that's another thing as well. Like, the rest of the series has like these anime reactions that happen when someone says something like that, but there was just silence there. It's always been, I think, this episode was made in some sort of rush, and yet it's still 2 days later than an average episode. I don't understand why. Like, I know the first Phoenix Drop High was delayed for a day so they could keep filming, but it seems like everything here was done backwards. Like, even the music, for starters, like, we have the same general, like, we have the same track throughout most of the episode, with even less variation than early Aphmau provided. So yeah, it's almost like everything is... Things are still here, but they're not quite here, if you know what I mean. There's something missing this time.
A witch.
Well, at least Mr. Chatmare Principal has agreed to replace everything exploded.
Mr. Chadmare Principal. I mean, I guess Garth remembers him. I mean, he announced to us that he was a former principal of Phoenix Drop High, but they haven't seen him in 10 years in that role.
That's right! Isn't Lawrence coming back this week?
Oh, right!
Okay, guys, focus. Let's get down to business.
To defeat
The mayor!
The Huns.
I mean, yes, that's the actual lyrics, but in this instance, it's the mayor, surely.
Ha! No, not that. There's a place and a time.
No! None of that! Shame on you! Oh yeah, I'm not on the Butter Bunch this time, am I? That reference will not go in people's heads.
Guys,
DBTA.
find a place to live. Where can we go? I don't think we can join Lawrence in the country with his parents. We all have jobs in the city.
Ah! Speaking of job, I have to get to mine! I got third shift!
Oh no, I forgot I had 2 adults!
Travis!
What?
We work the same
Every time.
shift!
I know.
You do? What do you do? When did you start working the same shift? Was this always the case? Like before you moved, and like that's why can we talk to Travis? That would make sense actually, but
Why not?
Travis!
I mean, it was such a shock that Lucinda and Kawaii-chan were going straight back to work after the holidays. Why does everyone else suddenly have to go back instantly? And it's like, oh well, it was only an issue when they did it. Huh?
Fine.
I have to get back to my shop. Looks like it's up to you guys.
And Kawaii-chan, who's not here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she can poof too, without the smoke, I guess. Maybe it's more advanced form. You don't know. Except she can't really do it in Season 6, can she? As we've definitely proven with Episode 20 of Season 1. And, okay, so yeah, Travis still in his Love of Paradise clothes. I guess he's still in vacation mode. Technically speaking, most of them should be in their Love of Paradise clothes. I guess they changed out of them once they got back because most of them were in swimming gear. At least Travis had his own, like, holiday outfit, so I guess it kind of makes sense. I think. I mean, it's the most that makes sense in this entire episode so far, really.
Oh, that's unfair! She learned that trick from Guy!
So
Did she? Because I'm pretty sure she could teleport you before that. Again, episode 28. You were in front of her, Aphmau.
should we split up and maybe look for a place for all of us to stay?
Oh, I'm down.
I guess I have no choice.
Sounds great! And I will team up.
We will?
Of course.
Ew, cootie.
I mean, they're going to... Zane, you squealing in the last episode. Don't give me a cooties line now. Second, they're looking for a house together, so they kind of have to find something for all of them.
You said cooties.
Not for all of them, for both of them.
Only boys have cooties.
You take that back.
All right, enough. You're acting like children.
Sorry, Dad.
Okay, that was a bit much. Turn it back, Gareth.
Sorry.
Beside, you both have cooties.
You
Alright, fine.
Get him!
We're adults, I swear.
Again, that line is for no one else's benefit but us. I don't care. It's still great. See, that's how to not do an as you know. Twice in the same episode.
So, now that you and I finally have a chance to do some bro time stuff, what do you want to do, baby brother?
I told you how I feel about you calling me that.
Also, there's not really bro time stuff, is it? They're kind of trying to find a new place to live, aren't they?
Where does my baby brother want to live?
I don't know, a place with walls, maybe?
There. Makes sense.
You're so silly. All houses have walls.
Oh,
I was
Christ.
being sarcastic.
What's that taste like? Dang it, Goku!
Oh, let's get some ice cream. Like old times, remember?
Of course I remember. But Gareth, that isn't going to help us get a house.
There. Now are you still gonna be cranky wanky at your big brother?
I'm not a child, Gareth! You can't buy my respect with terrible bribes meant for a child!
Yeah, you have to go with cupcakes, Gareth. Cupcakes. Come on.
You like your
Oh, say it wait a couple more years and you would get cooties. You're very right, MD Penguin. That is exactly what will happen.
balloon?
I can't believe I fell for that.
Well,
Yeah, neither can I. That seems out of character even for like a comedy show. Come on.
I love my balloon woony.
I hate this. Afma, what are you doing to me? The defeat. The sheer defeat in his voice. Oh, you want to ask him too? That's good, MD Penguin. I normally have popcorn here, but whatever.
Oh, there's my cute little brother.
This is going to be a long day.
I mean, yeah, it really is. Considering the the lack of just...
Are you sure this is the place?
Yep, this is the place Tiani recommended. She did say the landlord was an animal, so I'm super...
Oh no, I just remembered. I just remembered who the landlord is. Again, another person who used to live in the neighborhood.
excited about this.
There you are. Aphmau, am I right?
Well, she can tell who Afma is, but not who Kawaii-chan is. Jess, why was these in the script? Yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like just to hear Keston say Balloony, I feel like that's the only reason that was in there. There you go. I don't know why Erla / Crazy Cat Lady is the landlady of this place, considering that she would have definitely been paid to move out as well. Maybe that's what she did with her money. Maybe she just didn't get mentioned. Maybe Chad didn't think that the polls would be very much in his favor if he said that he kicked an old lady out of her house, which effectively is what would have happened. Because there's other people in the neighborhood too, isn't there? There's also Crystal from season 1, from Minecraft Isles. And remember Crystal, an important character. I guess Reese, Marsh, and McLeod might have lived in a different neighborhood. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, they might have been there too, honestly.
Yep, nice to meet you. Oh, and this is my boyfriend, Aaron.
Oh yeah, they're still in that phase, aren't they? She doesn't get better at saying that until like season 5, for crying out loud.
Ah, new couple, I assume.
Yep, very safe assumption right there. You're more shrewd than before. Are you the crazy cat lady? No, you're a different person, aren't you? I feel like, yeah, she looks different. Like, the crazy cat lady looks different to this and sounds different. She's like, "Oh, hello, Kawaii-chan. I'm not Kawaii-chan. No, I have no time for your games, Kawaii-chan. I need you to take care of my cats, you know.
I recognize that cute voice crack anywhere.
No!
Yes? No.
Oh,
Maybe.
young love. Useless! I mean, it's not useless. The only thing that is better than love are cats.
Which I presume you love, therefore love is pretty great, isn't it? Idiot.
Okay. Tiani wasn't lying.
Now, let
Wait, so... Excuseth me? So, Tiani knows this lady and was helping them in the neighborhood, so she knows about the problem. She didn't... She must have gone home, right? They must have called her, but does that mean that Tiani's actually local and has been this entire time and never said anything? Or is this just they've traveled down to Tiani's neighborhood in the same city, which she still lives in? What's going on here? Why was Tiani... Okay. I talked to Aiden later. Errors might have been made.
me show you lovebirds around the place. Tioni tells me you're looking for an entire floor.
Yes! She said you have a whole building for lease. We're looking for pretty much just that.
To be fair, all the MyStreet characters moving into the same building would have been a pretty interesting setup. I mean, I'm sure that Aphmau has seen Friends at some point, so that could have been a nice homage for the generation that didn't grow up with Friends. Myself included, actually.
Ah, yes, I do. Follow me.
This sounds way too good to be true.
Well, she did say I'm on guest. You can't say you weren't warned. Oh god, that was like an audio channel. That was like from behind my right ear. How do you even do that? I know you can channel like into different audio like that, but behind? Jesus.
Wow!
Oh, great. I knew there was gonna be a catch.
Oh god. Don't start, Aphmau. Whatever you're gonna say, stop it. Stop it. I'm spanning already, dang it. Oh, that was fine. That was fine. Hey, you said it casually for once. That's good. Yeah. You're getting the hang of it.
I said, how dare you steal a pun from me?
I love that the cat growled at the same time as Aphmau was trying to sound menacing. The cat's... This is a wing cat. Yeah.
It's a catastrophe.
Okay, so the rent is cheap because the cats live here too.
Oh Christ, no.
You have to take care of them, of course. They keep to the halls and you can have the rooms.
The cats would probably cost more to maintain than the rent, for crying out loud. What's the rent? $1? I don't know.
It's a great place for cats.
Oh, hold on. I got a thing from I got a thing. Wow, what great prose. Can you believe I'm a writer? I've got a thing. I have a chat message that has been submitted by a user. There we go. Actual English language, Jacob. We got there eventually. I wonder how MyStreet would look in real life. Actually, what if Jess did a full 1 hour real life movie of MyStreet? That would take a lot of money. Yeah, and also, what would you have in 1 hour? Because the first season had like 30 episodes. Like, that alone is going to be like three... wait, hold on. If each episode is... Let's say each episode is 15 minutes, which they're not all, but I know. The cinematic ones, at least. The earlier ones are even longer. That would be like... Again, that would be every 3 episodes, there'd be 45 minutes of content, times 10, 450 minutes. So, yeah, that's plenty more than an hour's worth of content. So you have to whittle it down, first of all, as well. And yes, it costs a lot of money, but again, there have been actual networks that have reached out to Aphmau, or at least did back in the day, to turn MyStreet into a series, like into into a series. It is a series. I mean, turn it into a television series. Obviously, a lot of that would have to be rewritten television, which is why Afmal rejected the idea several times because she didn't want to do that. But in this instance, yeah, it's just it happens to be that yeah, that if one person independently tried to do that, that would be a lot. Like, I feel like Afma's got to get her office back before anything's even considered like that. But definitely, if there was ever a live action MyStreet, I would. Well, first of all, I would audition. I don't care that I don't look anything like the characters. You can cast different people. That's fine. I'll deal with it. I'll be Zane. I don't care. But second, I'd watch it. Absolutely. And MyStreet's already series is on Amazon Prime, so there's potential. And yes, of course, it would be a lot of work. Definitely. I mean, I've seen firsthand what film sets look like, and yeah, there's a lot that goes into like 30 seconds of content, basically. There's so much preparation that you have to do. There's got to be a more efficient way to do this kind of thing, but at the same time, if you want the best results, then I guess I'm not going to say it's the only way forward. There's got to be something more efficient. I'm going to stick by that. We'll see. There's always room for improvement with this kind of thing. I may not have the answer, but I know that there is one.
Cat lovers.
But, we have a dog.
Well, that's all right. As long as she gets along with cats.
She does, but I really want a place for everyone.
I mean, the last group of cats that Celestia dealt with were the ones that surrounded her on the bed. And they claimed to just be playing, but yeah, those guys didn't mess around. I mean, Randy was, he was, one stone cold cat. Let's say that.
Everyone stay, and I think they would prefer to live in a hotel instead of a crazy cat home.
Then it's settled. You can move into here until you find a better place. I could really use the money.
But didn't they already set up a hotel and they just said that they'd rather live in a hotel rather than a crazy cat place? So why would this be settled? That's two big reasons why no one should be moving in here.
Even if it's a temp place.
Avmal, I think we should leave.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, you're right. But first...
What the?
Let's just review the conversation that would have happened for this to take place. So, madam, we're going to not take you up on your offer, but we are also going to steal 4 of your cats. Is that right? Is that good? Yes, fantastic. She didn't buy those.
Where did all these cats go from?
We went looking for a house and, found all of these cats.
Found them?
Oh, looks like she's having fun. How did she manage to get these cats over her?
Cat food.
Huh.
Oh, well, Lawrence and Garth use a fish. Oh, the third's in there. I don't want to assume. I know there's an orange cat, but I didn't realize that was Eli himself. Fair enough.
I guess it didn't take a lot of persuasion. Mm-hmm.
That's it! I'm done!
Man, I was gonna say that.
Well, cat's on the bag now. See, I can do it too. I can do it too. There you go. You made me do it. Video. I don't know. Okay, well, that was The Big Catastrophe, which, again, is another great title, very pun title, Afmal. My goodness. I feel like if she wanted to, Jess could give Ryan Heeg a run for his money in terms of awful puns. But who knows? A subject for another day. I'm sure they'll cross that bridge when they get to it. Anywho. So the episode itself, again, there were certain elements made me think that it was made in some sort of a bigger rush than before. But at the same time, even though I did mention all those like little tiny mistakes or stuff like that isn't normally there, well, it speaks volumes as to the actual polish of the series, especially considering how quickly it's usually turned around. Like that shows they either have formidable forward planning, or they just really know what they're doing and they've honed their craft. This episode felt like that was a little bit of that, but honestly, a lot of the things that I talked about in this video, I bet lots of other people, like almost no one, would have noticed that. Like out of the viewers from the other video, and also out of you lot watching right now, I wonder if anyone noticed the things before I pointed them out. It's just because, well, I guess A, I'm wearing headphones, but also B, I just now, again, 5 years after, being introduced to the series, I suddenly have so much more of an expertise in terms of editing stuff, again, thanks to Gacha in particular. So I just kind of know what I'm looking for now in this instance. I have like, I don't know if you've heard of like the artist eye. I feel like I've got the editor eye or something. At least the seeds of it to begin with. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way, because I've always said that Aphmau is my greatest inspiration. So if I do, like, I feel like, again, she set the standard for what I think everyone not only needs, but also wants their Minecraft shows in particular to be like. So I guess the fact that there's some details that, well, all the details are there, but they just need to be pointed out and discussed, I feel like speaks volumes. I mean, I feel like I'm on the right tracks at least. And for the most part, Aphmau herself is on the right track too, just slipped out a bit this time. How long would it take for model everything MyStreet to real life? Maybe like 6 months. Yeah, usually for a movie, I think the production time is usually something like 6 to 9 months or something. I'm not entirely sure. Some movies take years to get made. It's different for every project. But as for everything in MyStreet, that's a lot. I don't know if you'd be able to do that. However, if there's any big hotshot studios out there that have the money for this kind of thing and also have an interest in looking at certain like Minecraft made Minecraft shows and stuff like that and adapting them into live action or even into animation, I'd say invest in looking into Lapis Point, the map that Aphmau uses, because you're not the only one who uses it. There's lots of other people who use Lapis Point all the time. I think I myself was tempted at one point to use it because it's, I mean, well, A, just popularized it, and B, it's a very good modern city. And again, it set the standard in its own regard for what modern cities look like. And I guess it also got adapted by the Aphmau team themselves. So again, very famous. So I feel like a lot of other Minecraft shows that have attempted something similar and maybe more inclined to signing up with a big studio that wants to adapt their shows, it's quite possible that that looking into one model of Lapis Point, which you could then reutilize for every time that you make this offer, and every time the offer gets accepted and you get those certain things, or even to make your own shows, you could even connect them all together if you want. I don't know, make a cinematic universe or something like that, the Lapis Point Tales or something like that. But basically, just get that down and pretty much you'd be set. Because much like the Lapis Point people themselves, I haven't seen the map get updated too many times. So essentially, everyone gets the same things and maybe build some new stuff themselves to add later on, which again, if you're doing a cinematic universe, then you could just add to your collection. So that could be something interesting for someone to do. Not that I expect any, big studio executives to watch my terrible live streams, but I don't know. Maybe there'll be someone in the future that's just like, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll look back at this and think, it's a good idea. Except I probably want to to back it up, but who knows? Who knows what dares to dream, like I said before. Anyways, for now, I think that's it. Maybe animation movie first, then years later a live action. Well, yes, it'd be way to make Lapis Point in a 3D animation model than it would be to build the whole thing in live action. Obviously, it's a city, for crying out loud. But I don't mean build the whole city, I mean just like the model for the city and stuff. You know what I mean? The interior sets and everything. There'd be a lot more that goes into that if you would do it that way. But yeah, I know if you want to do like a 3D one, Unreal Game Engine, that's quite popular nowadays. The Mandalorian have been using it, as well as like lots of other things. In fact, include people to make house maps and stuff. But yeah, basically that's it. So and it's free as well until you make your first $1 million, and then you start paying percentages. But yeah, whole other thing for another day. So yeah, I think that's it. Seb's gonna invest in that myself at one point, like look into how Unreal Engine works. But yeah, I'm a long way from creating my own 3D backgrounds for stuff. Again, who knows in the future? I'm getting very sweaty right now because my room is very hot. I have 3 lights on me, one just right in front of me, the other two are above, and I am boiling. So I am going to sign off now. Thank you all for joining. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters, and subscribe if you've done so already. And on that note, until next time. Oh, when's the next episode? I forget to look at this. When is the next episode happening? Let's see. So the bigger move Afmao. Let me just look at the list. Thank you, Ava Smith, for the playlist. Oh, you'll never guess who we found. Teasing the fact that they know that Lawrence is such a rare character nowadays. Very, very classy. I do not wish to renew my VIP status on your channel, Afmao. That phase has passed. Okay. So the 10th of September, which means that next stream is going to be in 2 days. I guess they just had to delay this one and they just kind of rushed that out because otherwise that would be on a perfect schedule almost by a 1 day difference. So yeah, I will see you all here on the 10th of September. Same time, same place, 5 years later. On that note, until next time, farewell.